Moonlight tells the story of Chiron, a young boy growing up in Miami during the height of the crack epidemic. The narrative is divided into 3 parts. The first follows his childhood with his abusive and crack-addicted mother, played by Naomie Harris, who leaves him unattended at all hours in the day before a random fella named Juan, played by Mahershala Ali, shows up and takes him home with him.
Damn, dog.
The second follows his adolescence, where he constantly gets harassed at school before a gay friend named Kevin jacks him off on a beach before he changes his mind, beats the shit out of him, so he exacts revenge on the main bully and gets arrested.
Damn, dog.
And the third follows his adult life as a drug dealer, now being hench as f*** while confronting his mother and former douchebag handjob-giving chum Kevin.
Make you want to cry, it feels so good.
The film began life in 2003 as a semi-autobiographical play titled In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue, written by Terrell Alvin McCraney, who wrote it as a way to cope with his mother's death from AIDS. Sadly, the play was never officially produced on stage, and it was shelved for over a decade until it was brought to the attention of Barry Jenkins. Jenkins had released his first feature film Medicine for Melancholy in 2008, and had spent a long time looking for his next project. He wrote various screenplays, but none of them entered production until he met Adele Romansky in January 2013. The two brainstormed several ideas over the course of several months, during which Jenkins was introduced to McCraney's play, which he loved, and after meeting with the writer, he quickly signed on as director and wrote up his first draft.
Damn, you nosy nigga.
Much like the film, the original play was also made up of 3 distinct parts, but they ran simultaneously in order to allow the audience to experience a day in the main character's life, and it's not revealed until halfway through that the 3 characters are all the same person. That's actually really clever.
You know I ain't gonna let that happen, man.
Jenkins decided to keep the 3 parts component, but decided to show them one after another so as to make the story more digestible for a movie-going audience. He also incorporated many elements from both his own life and McCraney's. Both men grew up in Miami and had mothers who were crack addicts, and the character of Juan was based on the father of McCraney's half-brother who fulfilled a similar mentor role to him. Once the script was done, Jenkins began to look for financing, eventually making a deal with both Plan B and A24, who agreed to produce and distribute the movie. When choosing its cast, it was decided early on that a different actor would play Chiron and Kevin in each section of the film. Well, obviously. You can have a 10-year-old play the adult. However, for the duration of shooting, Jenkins made sure that the 3 actors playing Chiron did not meet each other so as to ensure that they would attempt to imitate each other's performances. Originally, I was going to say that this would actually help their performance because they're all playing the same character, so they could all give similar performances. However, because it's on 3 separate stages of his life and he goes through such a drastic change, this is actually a really cool way to show how much the character's grown with 3 different performances. For the role of Chiron's mother, Paula, Naomie Harris was Jenkins' first choice, but she was reluctant, not wanting to play a stereotypical depiction of a black woman. But after discussions with the director, she eventually agreed. Amazingly, her entire role was shot in just 3 days. Due to a visa problem, she wasn't able to stay in the United States for too long, so all her scenes had to be filmed quickly while she was on the promotional tour for the James Bond movie Spectre. But Harris wasn't the only member of the cast with a hectic shooting schedule, as Mahershala Ali managed to shoot this film, Hidden Figures, Marvel's Luke Cage, and the 4th season of House of Cards, all in just 9 months. Man, his bank account must have been popping that year.
Let's stay between us, aight?
Filming began in October 2015 in Miami, in the same neighborhood where Jenkins had grown up, and the whole shoot was completed in just 25 days on a minuscule budget of $1.5 million. In fact, production costs were so tight that the entire cast and crew all shared 1 trailer and 1 toilet for the entirety of filming. Moonlight was released on October the 11th, 2016, grossing $65 million at the box office, and was instantly acclaimed, many declaring it not only the best film of the year, but one of the greatest of the 21st century. In fact, at the time of its release, it was the 3rd highest rated film on Metacritic with a 99 out of 100, only behind The Godfather and Boyhood. And while that one's there, I'll never understand.
You don't like it?
The movie went on to be nominated for 8 Academy Awards, winning 3 for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Supporting Actor for Ali, who won the award with less than 20 minutes of screen time. The American Film Institute picked it as one of the top 10 best films of 2016, and the movie continues to receive universal praise to this day. Although, unfortunately, a lot of people probably only remember the movie for this.
We lost, by the way, but, you know.
Guys, I'm sorry. No, there's a mistake. Moonlight, you guys won Best Picture.
Moonlight won. Come on, this is not a joke. This is not a joke. I'm afraid they read the wrong thing.
This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture.
The movie is fantastic. It's really powerful, has a strong message, is definitely worthy of all of its accolades. However,
Do you want to talk to strangers? All right.
It's cool. We cool. Listen, man. I'm about to go get something to eat. You're welcome to join me if you want.
You acknowledge that he shouldn't talk to strangers and then you invite him round your house for dinner. I'm just saying, man. This is the thing. I know it's innocent. I know. I'm just saying he bumps into a random kid and takes him home.
You hard right now. Until my girl come get you, though. She gonna make you talk. Come on, man.
No, don't do it!
Give me a hit.
You're not helping your case, dude! Actually, in these scenes where Juan is teaching Sharon to swim, Mahershala Ali is actually teaching the actor to swim for real. Prior to filming, he didn't know how to. The scene was also going to feature Juan teaching him to ride a bike, but Barry Jenkins later decided that the swimming scene was more powerful. But still, it's just a bit weird.
It's all right. I don't want to talk to you anyway.
No, she got a crush on you, yeah.
It's innocent. He's a good man. For the record, I get it. His mum's a mum. She won't even let them fist bump. But it's weird at the start, okay? Although he does deliver a great message.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you're gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
And he does end up becoming really, really likeable.
What's a faggot?
Well, this is awkward.
A word used to make gay people feel bad.
Oh, very good.
Am I a faggot?
No. You could be gay, but you never let nobody call you no faggot.
He's a great man. I want to see more of him. Can't wait to see him in part 2. Now he dies. Off screen. I mean, it's never explicitly stated, though it was originally supposed to be, but Jenkins decided to make this a lot more subtle by allowing the character's silence to speak for themselves when he's mentioned, which he felt was a lot more powerful and more true to life. The film does have some great cinematography. It's really bright and unique, and it does really stand out. Although sometimes there's a weird change of focus tracking shot halfway through a conversation. What the hell was that? In fact, it does happen a few times when we get a random POV shot mid-conversation. It just doesn't fit the rest of the scene. But then there's some really creative shots with the camera mounted on a car door, which looks really cool. As a kid, he gets into a fight and the cutting is all over the place. What is even going on here? Was the editor drunk and passed out on the buttons? As he grows, you really do feel for the kid. I mean, his mum kicks him out of the house so she can get her cheeks clapped. And then his stepmom, Juan's missus, she's clearly speaking to some spies because someone's leaked the secrets about men.
You're gonna do it all wrong so Teresa can come over here and do it right.
Who snitched? It's impossible to not feel sorry for the kid, but why the hell doesn't he sleep with a duvet over it? She literally robs her own son of money. F this bitch. It's heartbreaking to see Sharon go through so much and then when he finally finds someone other than Juan who's actually there for him in Kevin, even he gets manipulated to beat the out of him. It's awful. The performances are great because you can tell that Kevin is goaded into doing it and he's begging for Sharon to stay down, but he refuses. It's such a great scene. And it's so cool as he storms in and takes out the bully. But despite Sharon not pressing charges on being jumped, the bully, I guess, does snitch. When they're adults and I guess Sharon takes a bowl of steroids for breakfast, the acting is incredible as Kevin phones him up and apologizes, and you can tell that he's holding back all of the emotion as the memories come flooding back. He then confronts his mother about how she is, she admits her faults and apologizes, and he breaks down. Now usually I would agree if I thought a movie was Oscar bait and just shoved down our throats too much. I do think that this movie is fantastic and worthy of all of the awards. It's fantastic, from the script to the acting to most of the directing and editing. It's a great story of heartbreak and certainly worth being in the 1001 movies you must see before you die.